Once upon a time, in a kingdom in East Germany, there was a princess who loved to play ball. And there was a goat boy who loved being distracted from his work. The princess and her sister would play all day long, and the goat boy would listen, wondering who it was inside the castle walls. One day he had a chance to find out. He retrieved the ball and then was struck dumb by the beauty of the princess looking down at him from the castle battlements. In return, she threw down to him a rose whose scent was the most beautiful he had ever known. Unfortunately, the king did not approve at all of his daughter having anything to do with such a lowly person as a goat boy. He took his daughter away and locked her up in her bedchamber. She pleaded with him, but to no avail. When alone, she made a drawing of the goat boy, for she had fallen in love. And as this is a fairy story, the drawing and all the characters in this story are only shadows. The princess sat at her spinning wheel, and the king listened to see what she was doing. When the spinning stopped, he was suspicious and burst in on her. The king told his sergeant to find the goat boy and bring him to the castle for punishment. The princess's sister rushed to tell her the news. And when the princess saw the goat boy under guard, she fell into a deep swoon. The best doctors in the land could not find a remedy for the sickness, and the king anxiously paced up and down outside the bedchamber, ready to give anything for a cure for his daughter. She did not awake. No one could help her but the goat boy, who had been sent back to his hut and now thought only of his princess. Convinced that she was possessed by a demon, the doctors tried to frighten it out. At last, an old woman servant of the princess told the king of a cure. At the top of the mountain, there grew a rare flower which could heal all ills, but it was guarded by a fierce dragon, and only the bravest might bring it away. The king called his bravest warrior. "You may rule the kingdom in my place if you can only retrieve the flower and save the princess." The warrior set forth with his squire and embarked on the hard journey towards the top of the mountain. And so he was transformed into a lump of rock. The squire sadly returned to the castle with the message that his master had failed in his quest. A second warrior went out. The dragon retreated back from the horde, and this warrior too was overwhelmed by the riches. For his avarice, he was transformed into a rock. A third night, and a fourth, and a fifth, all met the same fate by their greed. And now nobody in the land wanted to try the dragon. If the best warriors could not succeed, neither could they, even if it meant they could rule the kingdom. Then at last came the goat boy. The warriors laughed at him, but the king was desperate and gladly accepted his offer. Slowly, the goat boy made his way upwards towards the rare flower until he arrived at the top of the mountain and saw the sword that the first warrior had abandoned. He also saw the dragon's hoard, but though there were enormous jewels, they meant nothing to him compared with the princess's rose. As soon as he cut off the head, two more appeared. And then two more. However many heads he severed, more grew in their place. With a final desperate thrust, he managed to pierce the dragon's heart. The black rocks became men once more, but it was the goat boy who retrieved the flower. He brought it into the bedchamber of the princess, who lay still in a dead faint. The king found the princess and the goat boy embracing like long-lost lovers, which indeed they were. He doubtfully gave his consent to their marriage, and so the princess and the goat boy lived happily ever after.